Let's take a peek behind the curtain. Ooh, the secret sauce. In August 1994, yes, 1994, Berkshire completed its 7-year purchase of 400 million shares of Coca-Cola we now own. The total cost of that was $1.3 billion. That was a very meaningful sum at Berkshire, very significant investment, right? The cash dividend we received from Coke in 1994 was $75 million, which is still an insane number, right? $75 million, like, that's beautiful. By 2022, the dividend had increased to $704 million. Growth occurred every year, just as certain as birthdays. All Charlie and I were required to do was cash Coke's quarterly dividend checks. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way of putting it. We expect that those checks are highly likely to grow. American Express is much the same story. Berkshire's purchases of Amex were essentially completed in 1995 and coincidentally also cost $1.3 billion. Annual dividends received from this investment have grown from $41 million to $302 million. Imagine making $302 million a year from an investment, just in dividends alone. Holy smokers, that's no joke. Okay, basically, Berkshire is getting many, many billions of dollars just in dividends from stocks each year. That's just, man, that's incredible. Those checks, too, seem highly likely to increase. These dividend gains, though pleasing, are far from spectacular, but they bring with them the important gain in stock prices. At year-end, our Coke investment was valued at $25 billion, while Amex was basically $22 billion. Oh my gosh, you gotta be flipping my flapjacks. And both those investments were $1.3 billion each. Just insane. Okay, think about the dividend money they're collecting and how much those stocks are worth now, and not like super complicated. Like, I can't understand American Express, I can't understand Coca-Cola. Come on, man. Each holding now accounts for roughly 5% of Berkshire's net worth, akin to its weighting long ago. Assume for a moment I had made a similarly sized investment mistake in the 1990s, one that flatlined and simply retained its $1.3 billion of value in 2022. An example would be a high-grade 30-year bond. That disappointing investment would now represent an insignificant 0.3% of Berkshire's net worth and would be delivering to us an unchanged $80 million or so of annual income. The lesson for investors: the weeds wither away in significance as the flowers bloom. Key. Let that sink in, man. That's beautiful. Okay, that should be an Instagram caption. Okay, Warren Buffett's out here doing Instagram captions before Instagram captions were even a thing. Okay, over time, it takes just a few winners to work wonders. Oh yes, preach again, Mr. Buffett. I've seen that in my own investments. 100%, man. All it takes a few winners to work wonders, and I got some of those babies. Okay, and thank goodness for those, because they do a lot of damage to knock out some ones that just don't go quite right. And yes, it helps to start early and live into your 90s as well.